Hello everyone, so we'll go through this example. We've got a landscaper who's creating a triangular planting garden. The homeowner wants the garden to have two equal sides and contain an angle of 135 degrees. Also, the longest side of the garden must be exactly 5 meters. Okay, so first off, we'll draw a diagram. We don't know if it's right angled or not, so I'm not going to draw it right angled. Well, it can't be actually. It has a side of 135, so it's got to be obtuse. So here's an obtuse triangle. It's an angle of 135 degrees. 35 degrees. I also know that the longest side has to be exactly 5 meters. So the longest side would be here. Obviously, it's longer just by looking at it. Also, it's across from the biggest angle. The obtuse angle will be the biggest. So the other two sides have to be equal, it says. So we'll call this x and this x. So what I need to do is figure out how long the plastic edging is, so I need the perimeter. So to find the perimeter for part A, I think I'm going to have to use the cosine law because I know. I don't have to use the cosine law. Actually, you could use the sine law. I'm going to use the cosine law. You're welcome to use the sine law. So if you're using the sine law, I'm going to label this A, B, C. So you can use the sine law, figure out what this angle is, and then you actually. What am I saying? We don't even need to do that here, do we? We could just, it'll be isosceles. This side is the same as this side, which would mean that that angle is the side of the same as that angle. So for part A, I know that three angles, I'll call this theta and that's theta. They're going to be the same. So I know that theta plus 135 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. And then that should be pretty easy to solve. So 2 theta plus 135 equal to 180. Subtract 135 on both sides, so you'll get 2 theta being 45. Divide both sides by 2. You'll get theta equaling 22.5 degrees. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. So if theta is 22.5, now, so that's 22.5. So what I need to do is just figure out the length of x. So find x. And to do that, now I've got an angle across from a side, so I can use the sine law. So I'm going to have x over sine 22.5. So the angle across from the x is equal to 5 over 100, or sine 135. So again, the 5 is across from the 135, so it always has to be across from. Multiply both sides by sine 22.5. Sine 22.5 will divide out. You'll have x equals 5 times sine 22.5 over sine 135. That works out to 5 times sine 22.5 divided by sine 135 would be 2.7 meters. So then if I want to find the perimeter, it would just be, therefore, perimeter equals 5, the meter, the side that we knew, plus 2.7 plus 2.7. That's what it is. So 5 plus 2.7 times 2. 10.4. So that's part A. The perimeter is 10.4 meters. Now I need to find the area. So this is probably a little bit trickier. Just the area of a triangle. The formula is length or base times height divided by 2, or length times width divided by 2. So I have a base. So the base, well, there's a few ways to do it actually. I'm going to do it with the triangle oriented that way. So I need the height of this triangle, so the height would be out there. So I need the height. You could do it with this side being the base. It will change it, but that's okay. You'll get the same answer. So I need the height. I know that x is 2.7 meters. I also know that this angle here would have to be 45 degrees because the whole thing's got to be 180. So 180 minus 135 will give me the 45 there. Then I've got a right angle triangle, so I can use SOHCAHTOA, which is good. So I know that I need the hypotenuse, and I need the opposite side, and I have the hypotenuse. So SOHCAHTOA, the opposite over the hypotenuse, would be sine. So to find the height, I'm going to use sine. Theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So theta in this case is 45, so sine 45 degrees is equal to the opposite, which was h, the hypotenuse, which is 2.7. So to get the h by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2.7. 2.7 on the right side will divide out, and I'm going to be left with h being 2.7 times sine 45, which gives me 1.9 meters. So once I have the height, now I can work out the area. So therefore, area will be, base was x, so 2.7, times the height, which is 1.9 meters, divided by 2. So the area will be equal to 2.7 times 1.9 divided by 2, 2.6 meters squared. So therefore, the perimeter is 10.4 meters, and the area is 2.6 meters squared. Okay, I hope that helps.